test is coming.
Okay. So which test is coming?
So, the PPE. So we need to learn about um, Jekyll and Hyde and Macbeth.
Okay, Macbeth. So how many chapters are coming?
I think all. Not really sure about that, but I
It's
think the
about
all is coming.
the whole Macbeth. And how many chapters you
Yeah.
read?
We finished it.
You finished reading in the school, but how many chapter you read at home?
I read like three.
Okay. So, okay,
So
fine. So, do you
I
know the,
basically uh, I I need to study all the subjects. So I
okay,
was
so when you are having your English test
when I'm having next week.
next week? Okay, fine.
Yeah,
So, can you tell me the story of Macbeth?
so Macbeth. Uh, so Macbeth. There's Macbeth, and he was a soldier. Also a guy, guy who fight for his his uh his army in it.
Okay,
So, uh, and he's in one after after one battle. He saw witches
okay.
and witches.
Wait. I'll be giving you a review. Okay, just relax. Macbeth was
Okay,
a
okay,
soldier. He was married and he was working for a king. You know, he was happy with the king. He was doing fine. He were having his friends. So he was living a good life. Okay. Once they
okay,
were like, he was like, when he were coming back from a war, after winning a war, when they were coming back, he met witches or met him. There were like three of the witches and they met him and they said, okay, we are doing a prediction that soon you will become a king. And
oh
what when he was coming back when he reached home, he just told his wife that I have met witches and they have done this prediction. In the back, like
yeah,
it was a movie. It is a story of like old time, and during that time, the people were more like thinking about believing on the prediction and all that. So, and there was very common witches and all, and what they have done. So whatever they say, it always comes true. So
yeah,
all of a sudden, his all the the sincerity, the faithfulness against the king changed, and now he is like more like become wanted to be the king. So his wife and they both like plan they are going to kill the king, and
yeah,
actually they did that.
yeah. They
And
did.
yeah, so
No,
now, okay, now
she
do you know the
she
rest of the
like
story?
she need the power of man,
Power of a,
a man like that. She
okay,
were manipulating Macbeth to
okay,
to
fine,
kill,
okay, go on.
and after he killed the king,
Mm-hmm.
his son, the king's son, saw him kid doing that, and kids he told the kids to go and hide, go away, never come back.
Okay,
Is that true?
yeah,
Then then after that the weather was like was aggressive, and that's what our teacher said.
okay. Fine. Now look, what I'm doing is I'm just uploading a Macbeth guide. Okay. This is a revision guide. Actually, all those students who are about to go for the exam, I gave this to them so that they can just revise instead of reading the whole thing again. and it's not that big. It's only
Oh,
has 14 slides, so I'm just giving you to just see. This is the revision guide, and I just want you to read it. It's not that much, but it's not about the whole thing, but yes, it is about. Okay, it's a little bit about, you know, Macbeth was written in early years of reign of James I. Okay, this is the king during which time they have actually wrote this. Probably in 1604 and 1605. This is like in the 16th century. Okay, they have written
okay.
this. Okay, and it is about the Scotland.
Oh
After
yeah.
nearly 50 years of rule, Queen Elizabeth I, right now we are having Queen Elizabeth IV, had died, leaving no direct heirs. Heirs means their family members, okay, who can be the king, and throne was passed to his cousin James. There had been fear of uprising at the queen's death after an earlier hairless death, that of Edward VI in 1553. A faction at court had sought to secure its own power by placing Lady Jane. Okay, so this was the
Okay.
continuity of that thing. Okay, this is the background. They are telling you what happened and why they have done. Okay, the roots of Macbeth are inextricably linked to James. Actually, this is a fiction story, okay? This is a fiction. This is not a real story, but yes, according to the environment, what was the scenario going on, that's why Shakespeare wrote this.
And,
Okay? A- Alien enough to allow Shakespeare to portray shocking events such as regicide, but close enough to allow him to draw allegorically meanings. Okay? So,
that in that time, like women had no right to speak.
yeah, they do not have any right to speak.
So Lady Macbeth, like she didn't obey the law.
Yeah, she did that. Okay. So
Hmm.
this is before starting the book. Okay.
Oh,
This is something, they are telling us about what happened actually at that time. And after that,
oh,
what they have been through and all this. So what made Shakespeare do that? Now from here the story started. Okay. From slide number 3, the story started. So okay, fine. I'm just giving you time to read it. And if you feel
okay,
like you're not able to understand or something, so I'll be telling you.
okay.
Okay, whenever you feel like you read it, then let me know. I'll make it scroll down to for you.
By that time, Shakespeare and Walter Macbeth Thornton was established as in the 15th century. The concept where Thornton had moved from. I can't read louder because my
No worries, no worries. I can
how
understand you
pain.
are under the weather. Okay, fine, you can do it.
And so and we did some dual coding about Jekyll Hyde.
Can you come again? I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not able to hear.
I did some dual coding about uh Jekyll Hyde.
I'm sorry, Adarsh. I can't hear you.
Oh, it's alright.
Uh, don't worry about this. I'll send you this file. Okay, as much as you read, then I send this to sir and he will send it to you.
Okay,
And there are certain
so,
revision question. If you want me to give you, I'll give you those exam questions also.
yeah, please.
I'll do that.
Presenting public story to analysis after a popular entertainment based around particular particular When you are a company Shakespeare repetition, a persist, and by the time he wrote Macbeth, he had already given to public Romeo and Juliet, Cleaver, all plays which shared a thermic and links with Macbeth more possible. Shakespeare scratches on not, not least in his use of the was this
Where can you just keep your
so
okay, fine. Just keep your pointer there, sir. Okay. Soliloquy. Soliloquy. Actually, these are, the old English.
yeah
So you will be finding these lots of words. So it's not like you need to memorize all of them. It's like, okay, it says the act of speaking, but
act of
loudly.
speak.
Like
Oh,
something. At times I only think, but you have speak it loudly.
oh yeah, kind of. So loud as a rated spot in a working of cat and Hamlet is often seen as the pair having the most important swallow. But there is no trouble that is this technique is quite vital, vital, vital to success. Vital to success of Macbeth following the process of Macbeth from the line solid to versus
Treacherous.
T tetra tetra having
Okay,
over
it
the
treacherous mean guilty.
yeah over the course of act and the audience
There is a word here used, regicide. This means
which is
killing of king. Treacherous regicide mean he was guilty of killing a king.
yeah he is forced to kill it.
But nobody can force any man, okay? Nobody, no man is that like baby enough. He was a soldier. He can't be baby enough. He's been pressurized. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to be a king. Yes, but he was forced by his wife, but not
Yeah,
pressurized, okay? So do not give him the authority, okay? Please.
okay. Like it's not like he he is the lady but manipulate him.
Yeah, look, the whole thing started when the witches did the projection. And after
Yeah,
that was something in his mind. Look, first the Mrs. Macbeth was not doing anything.
yeah,
Witches started, and why he shared with the Macbeth, his wife. He wanted to do something, na? He wanted to be a king. That's why. This was the
yeah,
major reason. There was a guilt in his mind, you know. Then of course,
The witches start off to
no, they
give him a
started. Yeah, they were the one who just told him, and
they
then
give
yeah,
they give him a hint of his future.
yeah.
And
And then when he was like being little,
yeah,
he was not able to do it. How he can do this? So yes, Mrs. Macbeth then came into like action and showed him something, the
they,
way to do it. But she's not only responsible for it. He's not a baby. Was he a
yeah,
baby?
most witches is the main reason that
Yeah, maybe.
it, I, oh I think Lady Macbeth is just encouraged to
Yeah, she was just pushing
this
him, forcing him, because he was not being man up to do
yeah,
something.
so that's the main reason.
Hmm. Definitely. Should I scroll it down so that you can read the next
Yeah.
paragraph? Here you go.
So, that's it. The earliest modern Shakespeare to strike a person complex. What's this spell for go?
Complex.
Complex.
Complex mean it has two, three, four different things. Complex sentence has more than one. Anything which have
Yeah.
more than one option is called complex.
So more than one thing.
Yeah,
More
more
than
than more than one thing. Like if you have three or four options, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that. Mean you have complex, multiple things.
yeah. Yeah. Complex social and moral ideas. So moral means
Sorry, moral. Moral value means uh, something true, like fact. Okay.
oh
The moral of the story, what you have learned from the end, moral mean lesson that is true, that is a fact.
okay.
More like a lesson.
Uh, and wait, merchant. Okay. Merchant and in his audience and provide providing a drama spectators on the stage to encourage the mass of the piece playing around and being as is often the case. For example, the quote will be in the thingy, the reading source in it.
Which quote?
The oh yeah, when you describe characters,
Definitely, you have to describe the character. Remember, I told you we have learned about the characters, agnogonist, and all that. That will work here. I hope you have that notebook with you, which will be telling you.
yeah,
Yeah, that
how,
that will be helping you in this.
mm-hmm.
So, do you know anything about Malcolm?
Malcolm, Malcolm, that son of, oh, he's the one who killed the Macbeth.
That is Macduff.
Malcolm is son of Macduff.
No, he's the son of the
No,
king.
oh yeah, exact same, similar name.
Yeah, they
That's
all
why.
are like Macbeth, Macduff, Malcolm. So it is kind of confusing.
Oh, oh, Mac- so, oh, he's the one who. ran away to another country.
Yeah,
Did he come back
obviously,
after?
obviously he came back with Macduff. Even the scene in
Then
which,
he's been
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's the he been the king. He's the king
yeah,
after
he will
Macbeth
be
death.
the king, but the person who will kill the Macbeth is you know who killed the Macbeth?
Yeah, Macduff.
Yeah, Macduff killed the Mac. You know, there was another prediction that a person who will kill Macbeth is not born or delivered normally. They have just
Yeah, I know.
they cut the
Oh, the
stomach of his wife and took it out. It was like an
uh,
operation, scissor.
teacher said that. I
Yeah,
remember.
good, good. So just read it, then you will, or everything will be recalled. That's why I'm asking you to revise.
Mhm. And he killed his best friend for like for to get the thingy to get the king place.
No, 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 no. Actually, Macduff was loyal to his king and his kingdom, his country. That's why he killed the
Yeah.
Macbeth because he has killed the son. So he was criminal.
Oh, then he also killed his wife and son.
Yeah, obviously. They all should be killed because this was this was a tradition there. They will not only kill one person, but they have to kill the whole family. This is what Macbeth was doing, right? He was killing them
Yeah, but why he left his the king's son alone? He shouldn't kill.
because Macbeth was a good person. If he was not, being trapped by those witches or maybe influenced by those witches or his wife, he was not that type of person to kill somebody. He was happy with his family. He was doing fine.
Yeah.
So it was something like they did, and after that maybe
So
he was regretting. That's why he didn't kill his son. You will find out.
after yeah,
You will find out. Just read. Go ahead.
so insurance after to within the same scene. So it is the bank scene has the horrific ghost. It become the ghost. I remember the bank when he only Macbeth can see the ghost.
Obviously.
Yeah, I thought Lady Macbeth also see the ghost.
Yeah.
She see and she fell and she suicided herself.
Yeah.
Ghost and undoubtedly always seeing seen on a stage in original production. The opportunity of flashing of the black and versus Hawk. Okay, car car would be not passed, but also Macbeth's mercying on guilt. Even the scene in which Malcolm tests Macduff. So Macduff no, Malcolm knew that he is the killer.
No, Malcolm was testing Macduff because he cannot believe all those people because they were working together. They all were soldiers. Okay?
Yeah,
They were the knight. So they were the best friend, Macbeth and Macduff. So when Macduff ran away and actually tried to join Malcolm, so he was kind of, having doubt on him. So he tested him. Okay, how?
yeah.
So, so to make sure that he's sincere or something. That's why he took a test.
How Macduff knew that Macbeth were killing everybody.
Actually, at that time they were all in the castle, right? They were in the
Yeah,
castle, so everybody knew, and even the, the people who were working, the maids and the servants, they were going outside and doing the gossip and all. So it was not
yeah.
like that. And they are the soldiers, they were living in that same area, so how come they didn't know
Yeah,
that
oh,
they have killed the king or something?
if yeah, when the royalty to declare him and his proposed moral weakness achieve this versus duality.
Duality mean two ways. Dual.
Oh, okay, okay, got it. Duality and research and rebel referring to revolt in innuendo or rebelled innuendo desired while also being an explosion. How far it is right to follow a corrupted prince of the or good of the nation. After Macbeth died,
Hmm.
where's the witches gone?
Witches are witches, they will be there. What happened to them? At
I
that
thought
time, at that time people believed that in every village there were like couple of witches, maybe two, three, five or six, but there are number of witches in living
so
in.
so witches gonna go to another person and say the same thing.
Not necessary, not necessary. It's like not all the witches are bad, not all the witches are good. It's like humans. And it's
Uh,
just a fiction story, so do not believe that there were real witches. Maybe there would
yeah.
be, but actually I do not believe in them. So it's like, yeah, if there were witches, they must have been living in their house. What would have been happened to them?
Okay. Witches only did their job.
Yeah, they just wanted to, they just told something to them, and now they're happy.
So basically, it is Macbeth's fault that he listened to the witches.
Yeah.
Nah, in that time, there was kind of witches in it.
If you will watch all the old movies and all the old plays, even the magnificent movie, they are having the witches. So it was like fictional thing. This is something not real, it's a fiction. But yes,
Yeah.
at that time people believed that there were witches and wizards. Maybe they got some power, I don't know about them because I was not living in that century. But there were the like people who do prediction.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Sci-fi science corruption. Was that somebody else cleaning? Was this? So the stories source will be like this.
Look, Hamlet and Othello, this is another story of tragedies. The people who are like, tragedy means sad story,
Sad,
grief.
sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, there were lots of stories written by Shakespeare, there were grief stories in which there were some, people were crying a lot and all that. So tragedies. So this is also a tragic story where a good soldier has become bad and killed his own son, and there was lots of killing and all that.
Yeah. So tragic. Well, to start off the paragraph, just say the writer used this tone to create the feeling of.
Yes.
That's how you start off the story.
Yeah. This is how we'll be start working. That this is the writer is trying to say or something like that, so that it will make sense.
Then give the feeling. After that, give the quotation and
Yeah.
explain the quotation.
Yeah.
So it should be question 3. You should do that.
You know, there will be like lots of questions, but there should be something that you have to. If you think Macbeth is a positive character, but he has killed King, and if you think the only villain in this story is Mrs. Macbeth, so you are wrong there too, because witches are also negative here. Along with
Yeah.
that, Macbeth is also agnogonist, like
We have to give them clear explanation and proof to show the
yeah, clear
these
explanation, like you have to give explanation that why they did so, why they didn't. So you have to be, more precise. If you will,
specific.
yeah, precise or specific, like why they did that, what was the reason behind it.
It's like a detective.
Yeah, come on, read. You need to go more. There's a long way to go, son.
Mm. The s- eponymous. What eponymous mean?
Sorry,
Eponymous.
where it is written. Okay, this is something about, like, okay, fine. Let me put it in a word so that you
Eponymist.
can Sorry.
No, I'm just reading.
Okay, this is something like, okay, is there somebody has given you name? Somebody is giving you name at home.
What do you mean?
Okay, if there is a guy in your class which is really tall, what do you call him? A giraffe.
Yeah.
And there's a very fat guy in the class. Maybe you call him baby elephant or elephant. This is the name you have given.
Oh,
Okay,
the nickname.
not necessary nickname. You being judgmental and you've given them some name.
Oh,
Okay, as
giving a name that how he
ha
looks.
yeah, not how he looks, how he behave. Okay,
Mm.
it means like if there is one person who is very cunning, we call him like a fox, because these
Mm.
are supposed to be this way. Okay, and like in our Asia, if people are not sleeping early and staying out, like stay awake for late night, we always call them owl, because owl supposed to be staying the whole night and sleeping in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next
Mm.
word is the protagonist, the main character, the positive one, but did something wrong in the past. Okay, like Macbeth, he was a positive person, but he did one mistake to kill the king. Okay, the
Yeah.
heroic thing.
So he's the hero and the villain.
Yeah, no, he's not the villain, he's the hero, but yes, he did something bad, wrong.
Oh, yeah. He had bit of both characters.
Yeah, he's more like a human.
Yeah. 11 and heroes. But for the what's this?
Obligatory mean this
18.
is something you have to do. Like in your paper, if you are not writing your roll number, you are failed. That is obligatory to write your roll number.
It is necessary.
Necessary, more than necessary.
Virtual.
Yeah,
Vital, vital.
yeah, that is the perfect word.
Mm. Traffic here, however, it is hard to read Macbeth. Macbeth is a tragic, tragic hero. Instead, to censor his aim fulfilled the role of the anti-hero as written Satan. It's giving that. He's giving it's example how he is and
Yeah,
giving them
names.
names of story.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it? Give
this
you extra mark.
this is what I'm saying now. This is the perfect thing for the revision. This is why I kept it safe.
Oh, so if you give how Macbeth and give some story name,
Yeah,
so give you extra mark.
definitely. Okay, don't worry.
First
Look,
time seeing that.
look here. It has like, how much, how big it is. It's more like it has so many slides. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like 14 slides there.
So this should be paper on literature learn.
This is the literature paper. Everything is written, even the questions are written there. If you're going to read this, you will be preparing the whole literature paper. See here,
Oh,
even they have written
hey,
about Macbeth now openly called forces, everything is written. So it's like this is a perfect thing if you wanted to study. The quotation they have even written. Fair is foul and
yeah.
foul is
Oh,
fair. So this is the best thing. So please don't do not even think that you are not going to read this. You have to read it at any cost. There is no way you are leaving it. If you will be reading 2 or 3 pages right now, the rest of them I'll send you. Don't worry.
okay. So this is the thing that Macbeth whole thing you need
Definitely.
to study for the GCSE.
Not only GCSE, for even for this paper. If you will preparing for this paper, automatically in the next paper it will become more easier. They are making you
Yeah,
practice.
being proactive.
Yeah, proactive, definitely.
And if Macbeth has a hero, such it must surely be a Macduff. Yet, in many regards, he is only a bit of player in the poet, absent of absent for much of much of the sex. To the sexual and Macbeth breaks with tradition, perhaps become of the effective use effective so soliloquy as I outlined earlier, we find ourselves sympathetic to the Macbeth dispute I forgot
Despite, I mean,
despite
yeah, it's not despite. Okay, despite of mean, okay, this was it, but despite of that, he was, even though he killed the son, despite he was a good person. Okay, he was a good person, but he did some mistake despite, you know, little mistake. After
oh
that,
but he can't correct the mistake
He
what
can't.
he
He
have
can't
done it.
correct that because he has done, a blunder.
Or he just like protecting his reputation
He, uh, you know.
from hiding from the people
Okay,
that he didn't do that.
what was his job? Macbeth's job.
So his job to fight for his country.
Fight for his country and protect the people. So what he did? He
Yeah,
has killed the
he did the
ruler. So he has done
yeah.
something terrible. But the thing is that if we will excuse this thing, the rest of the like the whole life he was good. He was too friendly with it. They were friends to each other. They were so good with the king. He was happy. But all of a sudden, because of the greed that stayed in his mind because of those witches, he become like that, and that's why he did this.
He saw the imaginary dagger,
Sorry.
imaginary like the sword, the dagger
Okay. You know what the
to
thing is that imaginary. Okay. Imagining. Okay. Have you watched the video regarding this Macbeth?
yeah, was a video where he go the dagger show him the direction to go
Yeah.
to Macduff. Yeah, you got steps. Perhaps despite more our moral propulsion, repulsion, repulsion against action. Mammals is losing based on an historical king of Scotland, but did hail King Duncan in a battle not in the bed in approximately on and first Road and resigned for around 10 years. Reign, reign of fairness and the prom- promotion, promotion of Christianity. Oh, but the Macbeth was a Christian, oh,
Yes. No, no. The whole story was Christianity, depending on the Christianity. It's not like only the Macbeth was, but the King Duncan, the Macduff, they all, even the wizard and all the witches, they are part of Christianity too.
oh, that's a good line then. By all accounts, the time is clearly an unfixed quality in the Shakespeare's play. One could imaginary the events. Shakespeare is not interested in historical accuracy. His appro- n- na pro- oh, appropriation of Macbeth's name is a result of the need to bring a sculptural connection in Hammers on or honors of the new king, rather than a desire to to add to his collection of history plays. He didn't feel that happy when he became king.
How can he feel happy? You know,
Uh,
he was guilty. He he was he was a good guy, from inside. And when he killed that king, obviously he was feeling ashamed. He was feeling bad that I killed it, and now I'm killing his family also because he wanted to control the whole thing. Otherwise, if he will not kill his family, rest of the family of King Duncan, obviously they will say that we are the heir. So he will not get what he is looking for, the kingdom.
Lady Macbeth didn't told him to kill everybody. She only told him to kill
You know, once
Duncan.
once you have done something wrong, then the rest of thing you have to do for sure. Otherwise, thing will not be better. What if he will not kill the or ask them to leave the country? Obviously, they ask for the kingdom. It was their fathers, right?
Yeah.
They are the heir.
Oh, yeah. So so after that, the Lady Macbeth died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Scrolling down.
Okay, there is nothing here. I'm just taking you to the next page. Okay, now this is talking about the power.
It is much later. It is much later. Later. A person. What's that mean?
Sorry?
Up. What this mean? A person.
Just keep your.
It
Okay.
is much later.
Can you just keep your hand there so that
Person that power.
I can see what you are doing, what do we do? Okay, fine. This is something contain a truth, okay? It is much later that he find out the truth, okay? That he observed that this is the truth. The power corrupted. He has been corrupted by the power. After like doing or killing him, the king, he realized that he did something wrong. That is the truth he came to know later on, that, oh God, I did something wrong. Okay, that is the feeling of aphorism.
Oh, and absolute power. Corruption, absolutely. But this seems to be defined in the color of Macbeth. Mostly power to incorrect theme of Gothic test in both incorrect paradise, lost Satan, resented God power, and years of his own daughter were or revolving around the ideas that acknowledging it is power, and yet, iro- ironically, once he has access to unlimited knowledge. What's this? Uh,
Okay, you want me to tell you the meaning? Okay, fine. It means a mistake. Okay, it is a
or
meaning, and it says, like a mistake, something fault.
who feels an caption. Capitalize on it. How would you like? How do you know all the meaning of these hard words?
Actually, the thing is that I have been teaching this for like couple of years, and at times I feel like get stuck, and then I read the sentence and it comes in my mind. Okay.
So you have to write all the hard words meaning
No,
when it
not
comes
not
to.
not necessary. At times we can observe from we can get the essence when we are reading the whole sentence. When you read the whole sentence, it will automatically fit what this word means.
Oh, like when you read through the source, you get the flow. You already know the you
Yeah.
already know the
When you
story
read the
mean
whole
behind.
sentence, yeah, it will easily fit there.
Okay, okay. Explore the power of life and my message where I think my pet is not trust like depressed.
Obviously, he has to be depressed. What do you say? Is it
Yeah,
easy to
if
kill someone?
I was like, my God, I won't be depressed that much.
Why wouldn't you be?
Cause I'll be proactive.
You will be proud to kill someone, right?
Yeah, because everyone
Others,
needs what they need.
but even not on the like cost of killing somebody.
How long you gonna be working under a person?
Oh my God, you are dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, seriously, like how long? If if you need to be a happy life, you have to do what you need to do.
It's not always like that. There are other ways.
Opportunity only comes once, so
Ah,
you have to utilize.
oh my God, what a dialogue, huh? Opportunity comes when no opportunity comes oftenly, but you have to just click it. It's not necessary, it always comes once. Forget about it. Okay, now listen.
Yeah.
I'm just sending you this right away. Just after like 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to send this to sir to forward it to you. As
Okay.
soon as you're going to get it, please read every bit of it. See, this one is
Okay.
having different titles. They are telling you a little bit about it. See,
Mm-hmm.
females and all that. This is a Mrs. Macbeth, about Mrs. Macbeth, and narrative.
Okay.
What are they thinking? The blood, how much blood they have wasted because of killing somebody. Now this is about Shakespeare, what he think, how it will work, how he has written the play, what is everything you want to know about Shakespeare is written in it. If it is included in the test, read it, otherwise leave it. Okay. This is
Mm-hmm.
the life story of Macbeth. Please don't leave this part. Quotations, these are the best
Oh yeah.
dialogues that he has written, and they are definitely coming. They are like
Oh.
a lot of
So
them.
if it's a three paragraph question three, I have to use three paragraph and use this quotation. I would definitely get good mark.
Definitely, you are going to do that. But it's if you will be only going to read it, okay? And there is one more thing that I'll be sending you. This more like questions. The question from the
Oh
Macbeth that are
yeah.
oftenly coming in the exam. So I'm sending you these both. Please, others, do well. I'm providing you all the uh, material that you need. What you have to do is just to study, okay?
Okay.
And if I'm not around,
Yeah.
and if you like stuck with the word meaning, you can use Google always.
Yeah. I
Okay.
use Google pretty much all the.
Okay, good. I'm just sending you this, and then you can just revise it. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Hope to see you in the coming class. I hope you will do
Bye.
good in your test.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.